Yo, what's good, people? It's Cactus, and we're back again with episode 23 of Cactus Convos now. In today's episode, I have with me a platinum and billboard #1 producer. He's signed to the famous Cash Gang Records, and he goes by LayZ Beats. LayZ, what's good, man?
What's up, man?
I can't complain, bro. I can't complain. But yeah, man, I've got so many questions for you today. But before we get into everything, like, first of all, congratulations on the latest album going platinum. I bet that's crazy.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that felt pretty good. Yeah.
When did that hit platinum? That was only last month, wasn't it?
So it was actually like, when it was like last Friday, 2 weeks ago or something, on a Friday.
2 weeks. Yeah.
So the artist NBA YoungBoy released a new album. So then, on the same day, all his records that were going platinum got certified. So
that's crazy. That's
how I found out. Yeah.
So
yeah.
which
it was crazy.
On the album, did you produce a few tracks on there?
Just one. The first track on the album, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. But that's not the first time you've gone platinum, though, is it? Did you go platinum with Rondo?
Yeah, in Italy, 2 times platinum.
2 times platinum. That's sick.
Yeah, the song went 2 times.
Yeah, Rondo's been killing it for a while now.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Yeah.
So,
that was a crazy story, that one, because he actually got the beat off YouTube, but he didn't at the same time. So he recorded on the beat, and then he told his producer to remake the whole beat.
Oh shit!
So then he completely ripped off the melody note for note with a fake guitar as well, so it doesn't sound as authentic.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's fine. But yeah, I hit my management up and lawyers and stuff, and then messaged him myself. And he actually responded to me directly. Yeah. So it was kind of a blessing in the way, because I ended up having the connection to him directly because I've got his phone number and stuff. And he's a cool guy, actually. But yeah, I don't know why he did it. Maybe it was because the beat was like really big on YouTube at the time.
Was this on your YouTube channel as well?
No. So my YouTube isn't that big, so I send loops out to a load of YouTube producers,
right?
And that's how I get my loops on big YouTube videos, really. But yeah, he did that, and then it's all sorted, and I think I'm credited. I might not be, but on Spotify, but everyone recognizes it as my song, because he tags me in all his posts and stuff, which is pretty nice as well.
Oh, that's sick then. Man, that's crazy to say, he took the beat from YouTube first. I wonder what made him do it. Maybe he just thought I don't know how many views it had, but he might have thought, it's going to be too expensive to get the exclusive, or I don't know. It's not like he can't afford it when he's at the position he's in.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of rappers do that, though, and it's actually crazy. I think it's because with Italy, I found this because I've got another Italian song, and they're really close with their producers that they're with, it seems like. So they always go, "Oh, can you work with my producer for this?"
Right. So
this other song I had with this other Italian artist was actually being fully produced by this one producer. I've forgotten his name. I think it's Alex11 or something. I probably got it wrong, but so I had a song with this guy because I was sending him beats directly, and then his producer messaged me and said, and then the artist messaged me as well, and I had to send the producer the stems, and he had to remake some stuff just so he produced on it as well, because they really wanted the song on the project, but they wanted every song produced by him. So maybe, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just his producer and they wanted him to produce everything. So
maybe, it could just be people trying to look out for their boys, making sure that their guys are producing on the album. But unless it's a business thing where they've had a deal where he has to produce every song on the album, or I don't know, could be something like that.
Literally.
But it sounds like it worked out in your favor though, and plus the thing's gone 2 times platinum, so that's a crazy achievement.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd go that big, but I have had a lot of Italian producers and just normal people message me saying about it, which is nice.
Oh, I bet when something like that happens, your DMs are just flooded with people because it's like, I bet
yeah.
artists will probably want to work with producers who have had that kind of success. You know, they can see what you've done for another artist, so they want you to do the same for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine anyway.
That's how I got connection with that other Italian artist, because he messaged me after it when what's it, Silver?
Yeah,
went Silver first or something. But yeah, or Gold, I don't know.
yeah.
They have a different.
Who actually told you about the song? Like, how did you know that it was your melody? Was the song already out?
Song was out, and then obviously I was sending melodies out to people at the time. Yeah. And then I had like 5 different people hit me up saying, "This is your melody," and I was like, "No, it's not." So then I clicked on it, and then I was like, "All right, this doesn't sound like my guitar. This is really weird."
Right.
And I was like, because it's like a VST guitar sound.
Yeah.
But then there's like this really noticeable lick that I did in the middle of it, and I was like, right, no one else has recreated that by coincidence. So I was like, yeah, that's like ripped off my melody. So I just got straight onto my management.
And they sorted it all out for you.
Yeah.
That's probably it's probably a big benefit of having a manager, because if you didn't, then it would be like, where do you even start with something like that? I guess you'd have to find a lawyer or something, exactly. Entertainment lawyer maybe. But
yeah, a good one as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you've got to even like be able to reach out to the people in the first place, and if they even answer and stuff, and choosing the right people. It's weird.
Man, so talking about your management team though, so you are signed to Cash Gang, right?
Yeah, Cash Money AP.
Cash Money AP, yeah. That's crazy.
His collective.
How did that even happen? Like, tell me the story about that.
Right, so I was 17, I think. Yeah, 17.
Right.
And one day I was just sending out loops, and then I went in his bio, and at the time his email was in his bio.
Yeah.
So I just emailed him, but it was literally just like, oh, I'll email it, and if it works, then it works, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I sent him some loops, and then I went out with my mates to go to, I think we were going to the cinema or something. I'm not sure. But then I had a reply on the email saying that the loops were fire and he wanted more. So I was like very overexcited.
Yeah, of course.
Because I used to watch all his streams and stuff, and
was that the first time you emailed him as well? You weren't like emailing him
very
every
first
week?
time.
That was the first time?
No, not.
That was sick.
Yeah, and some people that are signed to him had like sent him loops every single day.
Yeah.
I literally sent him one email, and it was just the right place at the right time.
Oh man.
So it's extremely lucky, to be honest. But it was all right.
But your loops must have been fire to get his attention. Like, it might have been a bit of luck. Like, he might have been at the computer when you sent the email, you know. But at the same time, if you open the email and the loops were shit, then he wouldn't have contacted you. So it's a bit of luck, but a bit of your talent as well.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually only producing for like not even a year, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
I was just my beats weren't even that good, to be honest. But because guitar beats started to come in, and everyone wanted, there was more of a need for guitar loops. And I knew how to play guitar because I've been playing it all my life, pretty much.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'll see how do you record guitar into FL Studio, and then recorded it. There's like really bad effects on it and stuff and everything, because I knew nothing. I just record the guitar raw in and add reverb or something and a little EQ, and then it worked. So I sent them off, and I only had like 5 loops ever made on guitar, and then he said he liked them, he needed more, so I had to make more as quick as possible.
Did you cancel your cinema plans, or did you just go through with that?
Almost. I was waiting to get home.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, oh yeah, can we just go now? Like, they wanted to go places afterwards. No, I want to go home. But yeah, it was an exciting time. But I didn't actually get signed till a year later.
Right.
But
That was what opened the door.
I actually told him. Yeah, I told him to like follow me on not follow me. I told him to message me on Instagram.
Right.
So then he followed me and messaged me, and then I was just talking to him normally, you know, like building the connection.
Yeah.
Like outside of just being a producer, just like, you know, because that's really important.
Definitely. Can you remember how you were speaking to him? Because I imagine like some people at that stage might be like overly excited. Like obviously you should feel excited, but you know, you can turn into like a fanboy real quick, you know what I mean? And then start like pestering them or just start annoying them in a way. But did you know how to like hold it down and still be cool and, you know, speak to him like a human?
Well, I tried to. It was really hard. Sometimes I'd like type something and then just delete it. And then type it again, or just wait a couple minutes to think what to say. Yeah. But now, obviously, now I'm looking back at it, I was like, it's not that big of a deal, but at the time, I'm like 17, and this is one of the producers I was looking up to at the time, like watching streams and stuff. So I was a bit of a fanboy, but no, I kind of held it in. I didn't. You don't want to drag the conversation out too long because then you do seem like a fanboy. But like you've got to know when to stop talking.
Of course, yeah.
Because they could just if they like saying like one word answers, then that's kind of like a signal to like they just want to do something else now. They don't really want to be on Instagram or something. But yeah, it's definitely important to like talk about things outside of producing with them, because then it'll get them to respond, and they're like, oh, this guy's not only talking to me for, you know.
100%. You can be more natural, right, and build up a relationship that way. Yeah, it's
easier as well to ask how someone's day was than, you know, like, oh, when can I get this placed? When is it going to get placed? When you're sending it out? That's just like, you didn't do that.
I feel like at that stage, you're just kind of pestering people, like, I'm sure they're doing everything that they can, like, for you, or maybe they've just been busy. So if something happened, they'd let you know. But when people start pestering people every day, like, oh, bro, have you used a loop? Or, bro, have you done this? You know, like, people can get annoyed really quick.
Exactly. But then it's really important, like, on that side, like, on his side, that he shouldn't be too reserved and, like... what's the word? He shouldn't be like too big-headed or Hollywood, as they say. Because like after I was talking to him, and he would actually post beats on his Instagram and tag me because I did the loop for it and stuff.
Oh, sick.
And I got a few followers, and people were hitting me up. Ronnie J messaged me for loops after that, and
oh, that's crazy.
And other people, but then me being me, I was like, right, I don't really need anyone else now because I've like found my way in, kind of. I have turned a lot of people down by accident just by being a little bit big-headed. So it's crazy.
I suppose you've only got so many loops to give out as well. Or do you, let me ask you this, when you make like a pack of loops, are you making them exclusively for someone, or do you send out the same loops to everyone? Like if Cashman is asking you for loops and Ronnie J is asking you for loops, are you sending them both the same stuff or exclusives?
So yeah, I would be. However, at the time, I didn't think of it like that. I would send it exclusively.
Right.
And especially if you ask them, they'd say that they want it exclusively because they don't want anyone to have it.
Yeah.
But you can just send the same loops to someone else because you don't know what gets placed. And then if one gets placed and the other person gets mad, then it's their problem, really. It's like,
yeah, it's true. It's like first come, first serve, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. But I like personally don't have time to like make 5 loops for this guy and then that guy and then that guy.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you could send out a pack of loops to someone and you never know when they're going to use it, but you can't just sit around waiting forever, because if they end up never using them, that's loop's gone to waste, because like music moves real fast, doesn't it? Like maybe guitars are the thing like right now, but like next year it might be something completely different, so you just never know.
Yeah. And they could skip past the loops as well if they're not really feeling like it, and then never tell you that they've skipped past them. Yeah, and then you've just sent them loops out and no one else, and it's wasted.
I guess it's like the same as sending beat packs out to artists, because I get that question a lot. Yeah. People ask me if they should send like exclusive beats to people, or if they should be sending like the same beat packs out. But like I always say, just send the same ones out, because they're your beats.
exactly.
Until someone's paid you, then there's no question.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah,
again, it's just
Yeah,
first
exactly.
come, first serve.
yeah. Artists are very much like they need to start letting the producers know when they've made a song on their beat,
Yeah,
because it's crazy having two of the same. There was actually a situation where I had the same loop placed on two different songs, but one was pitched down, but he just didn't release it on all platforms. He just released it on his YouTube, so that was how that got resolved. But
oh shit. Did like, what's it called, like Content ID? Did that pick them both up?
no, didn't seem to.
Oh shit. Okay.
It seems to be all right. Yeah, yeah. The other producers, they flipped the loop differently, so it was all right.
Oh right. Okay. Right. I thought you meant they just had like the same loop, but one was maybe pitched down a semitone or something.
Yeah. Well, it was pitched as well, but
Chopped as well.
yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So what would happen in
Yeah.
that case then, if let's say you've sent like a pack of beats out, and two artists use them? Like, how do you then pick which one you want to sell the beat to?
Whichever label's offering the most money, really, the best deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I suppose so. I guess it can either go to the highest bidder or to the person that you might see the most potential with at the same time as well.
Yeah, either that or you offer to make the beat over there a cappella for them.
Oh,
for one
okay.
of the artists. That's happened once, but the song ended up not dropping anyway, so it was kind of pointless.
Yeah. I guess once they fall in love with that first vibe, like no matter what you create, you can have like a similar chord progression or similar sounds, but it's never going to be that same thing. It's like when people send an existing beat to you and say like, I need something like this. Like no matter what you do, it can be similar, but it's not going to be that beat. So I've done that so many times when people have asked for stuff, and then I've tried to like get it as close as possible, and they're like, no, I want it more like this, and I'm like, I can't just do it like that, I can't just copy it.
Yeah, or when they ask you like, oh, can you make a beat like the beat you sent me earlier? And it's like, it's crazy because you don't want to make the same things twice.
Man, it's mad.
Yeah, man.
So what's like being with Cash Money? What does the average day look like for you? Do you have a set schedule? Like, do you get up, are you cooking loops and then beats, or is it different every day?
So back when I lived in Somerset, I would, for starters, being signed to Cash Money AP is no different than not being to, like, schedule-wise.
Right.
It's just when being signed, you just get you get ability to have a manager for one.
Yeah.
Someone to send your beats out who's got a name for themselves as well, because that's important.
Right.
And then what else? Gives you opportunities, of course. And then obviously, because of his knowledge in the industry and stuff, he's very good at negotiating deals, very, very good, and does it to our best interest as well. But yeah, the schedule was looking like wake up. Sometimes I'd be a bit lazy with it and just stay in bed for a bit. But
no pun intended. Hence the name.
no pun intended. I get up and then I try to make at least 5 loops in a week. Mostly it would be around 7 to 10, and then send them out every Thursday to a list that I had gathered personally.
Right.
Not bought, because you don't want to buy lists.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst thing to do, because people want to recognize your name, and that's how they'll click on the email, not if you've got a random email.
Yeah.
I'd network, find more people to send loops to, because being underneath Cash Gang made more people want to work with me when I messaged them.
Right.
So they were more likely to reply because of what's in my bio.
Yeah, definitely.
And who I was followed by as well. So I'd do that, and then I got some placements that way. But yeah, it would literally just be make loops, make beats, go to sleep, wake up, same thing again.
Yeah,
same thing again. Just the usual producer.
It can get a bit repetitive like that.
Yeah, it can do, but yeah, I always took breaks on weekends as well.
Yeah,
scheduled everything for weekends and then just didn't do anything on the weekends.
No, I'm the same. Like some people say that, some people like talk like you need to be working all the time, like you can't have any sleep, no days off. But I feel like that's so bad for your health, like mental health and physical health. Like you need that time off to kind of recharge and relax and actually live your life, and then come back fresh on Monday. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's important.
So with the loops that you're making, are they mostly guitar loops then, like live sounds, or are you doing a mix right now?
So I'm trying to go into different stuff at the moment, but they are mostly guitar. But I'm trying to be different with it at the same time.
Yeah,
don't want to just because I feel like everyone's already overused all the chord progressions you can for a loop.
Yeah.
So you gotta try and be a bit different with it. But yeah, so I've been making more piano stuff, synth stuff, really. Anything that I can just feel like I want to make, really. But my guitar stuff gets used the most.
That's always the go-to. Can you play keys as well?
Not very well, but I try to. I'm going to learn. I just bought a new MIDI keyboard, so...
Oh, sick. But I bet even being able to play guitar will just help so much, like when you're learning piano, because you'll already understand music, like chord progressions, everything that you need to know. So once you get like the finger movements right, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. You approach it the same way as learning guitar as well, like learning the chords and stuff and scales, and it's basically the same, just redoing it.
Man, guitar's one thing that I want to start learning. I did it the other way around. Like I'm not an expert on keys. I've done like a few lessons, but now like because guitar loops are so popular, I want to like get into actually playing guitars. But there's just there's only so many hours in the day. I don't know when I could squeeze like practicing that in. Do you think it's important that people, that producers know how to play an instrument, or do you not think it matters?
You can definitely get away with not being able to play an instrument. I know people that just click in stuff and they're like better than I am playing a virtual guitar than than I can play an actual guitar. But I think it's important, not necessarily just production wise, but theory wise, because that can help in every way, and it can train your ear more as well to hear what goes after what note and making up chords and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
It's helpful. It's not necessarily a need or a must, but it's definitely helpful, and it can, really help, basically.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if someone's got the time to actually learn an instrument, then it can't hurt. Like, why not? Like, if someone's like questioning, like, should I learn guitar? Then just try.
Yeah.
Like, just try, you know.
I also had a question the other day from my producer friend, and he was like, should I take guitar lessons? Like, he was teaching himself the guitar and determined to do it, but he was asking me if he should take the lessons, because everyone he's speaking to has been saying that they've taught themselves and they've been all right and stuff, and you don't need a teacher, it's a waste of money. But I never had a guitar teacher, but I really wanted one, and I feel like if I had one, I'd be a lot better than I am, and I wish that I did have one.
Right.
So if you ever have the opportunity to get one-to-one lessons, you should really take it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's got the money to pay for lessons, then of course, like, it's so much easier to learn sat with someone. Same with making beats. Like, if you can watch tutorials, but if you're actually sat in the studio with someone and they're like showing you things like hands-on, it's so much easier to learn.
Definitely.
And the other thing with paying for lessons is it's like accountability, isn't it? Like, you know you're going to show up because you paid for the lesson, whereas if you're trying to learn yourself, you might not always do it because you're not paying for it. You can easily just like miss a morning and be like, I'll just do it tomorrow. But with that, like, you're guaranteed to do it.
Yeah, and they set you homework, like practice this scale to a metronome.
Yeah.
And and if you show up to the lesson and you've not done that, they'll know. But man,
I was the worst with that with piano lessons. Like, I'd have a lesson and then like the next week because I hadn't practiced like anything in between. She'd just know straight away. She'd be like, she's nice about it, but she'd be like, have you practiced? And I could tell that she's saying, you haven't fucking practiced, you lazy bastard. So,
that's brilliant.
I could tell.
No, yeah, definitely, yeah.
How long do you think it took you to get good at guitar? Well, you started from a real young age, didn't you?
I started when I was 12, 13, I think.
Right.
Something like that. I'm 20 now, so good few years.
Yeah.
But when I first picked it up, I put it back down straight away because I was like, that's way too hard.
Yeah,
I can't do that. But yeah, like a year later, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it again.
Right.
Because I used to play a lot of Guitar Hero, and I thought it was cool. So
yeah.
I was like, if I could play that on an actual guitar. So yeah, did that, and then I just typed in basic chords, played them, learned songs. That really, really helped, and I wish I had the patience to do it now because that would improve my skills even more.
Do you think that's the best way to learn by yourself then, by playing existing songs?
Yeah, look up guitar tutorials of songs you like the guitar in. And if they sound too hard or look too hard, just stick with it, and like you will get there if you just keep doing it. Because a lot of it I'd find I couldn't do it, and then I'd come back to it like an hour later, and I'd be able to do it, and it was like the best feeling ever.
How do you think that translates to like making your own stuff though? Because what I found when like learning piano was, if I was learning from like sheet music, for example, I'd learn that one piece over and over again, and it became more like muscle memory to just play that one piece. But then it's like, how do you then translate that into coming up with something yourself, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with me, it was exactly the same. I learned a piece, and then it was just muscle memory. I couldn't play anything like improvised or anything. But I guess after I did that, and I was just learning chord shapes and stuff.
Right.
And then I started to make music myself. I was just playing normally, like just trying to find chords, and then I'd be like, oh, back when I learned that song, this chord sounded really nice. I don't know what it is, but it sounded really good.
Yeah.
Or if I played it with these chords, oh, it doesn't sound quite right, I'll move it up a couple frets.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds perfect now. And then you carry on, and then like you've got it in your mind what sounds good because you've learned a song that someone else has written and it worked for them. So you can just twist and change things and just manipulate it into your own.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. I suppose it gets you familiar with like chord progressions and just training your ear as well, because
exactly.
training your ear is like the main thing, isn't it? Like you can learn how to you can learn like the numbers and what like the progressions mean, but it takes like that little bit longer to actually train your ear to get it to a point where you know what sounds good.
Yeah, it does. It takes a while, but it's very important. It can really help. Yeah,
definitely. So when obviously you started off playing guitar, but then how did you get introduced to, is it FL that you're using?
Yeah.
So how long or when did you first get introduced to FL? And is that something you just found yourself, or did one of your boys introduce you to it, or how did that happen?
Completely myself. So when I was younger, I was either playing video games, or I was playing my guitar, or I was editing photos just for fun, or editing videos just for fun with my friends.
Yeah.
And then I was playing guitar, and I was like, oh, I want to record it. I want to make a song. I want to make a whole song. I was like, I typed in YouTube top 10 best music softwares for computer. And then FL Studio came up first. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll give it a try. So I cracked it.
That's every producer's story, that everyone starts off with a crack with FL.
Yeah, exactly. Cracked it, downloaded it, recorded my guitar into it, and then when I was looking up FL Studio tutorials, they'd all be hip hop producers, and trap beats and all that, or EDM. So I've made a couple dubstep tracks in my time as well when I first started.
Oh, is that what you started off on dubstep?
I've made like 2 tracks like that, and then I was like, no, it's too much work, and I wouldn't ever be able to do that without like a guide.
Yeah, any like EDM producers are crazy with it, man. The amount of detail that goes into an EDM beat, it's mad.
Yeah, but I was watching like Busy Works Beats.
Yeah, shout out to Busy Works Beats.
yeah, definitely. But like he had these like videos on like making a beat for a certain artist from scratch, and he'd like tell you, and it'd be stock plugins as well. So it'd tell you like what like knobs to turn to make different sounds sound like what, and then basic leveling and stuff. And I was like, all right, that sounds really good. And then that I wasn't into rap music that much at the time, but then when I was like watching these videos and stuff, it like I started listening to more to it, and that happened that way. But I was just making stupid songs with my guitar and random sounds that FL had already in it. I had no idea that you could download kits and stuff. So
yeah, maybe rap music you just didn't like relate to it at first, but then once you got into the production side of it, and then you started seeing like what actually goes into making the beats, that might have been the thing that made you fall in love with it. Yeah,
exactly. And I made it because I really enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
And I was like 14, about 15 years old, I think, when I first started just messing around with it.
Yeah.
And I was just doing it because I really enjoyed it. I had no idea that you could make money from it. I had no idea about type beat producers. I don't even know if they were a thing like when I was 15.
Maybe Cash Money was.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
He definitely had a type beat channel then, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, I had no idea about anything, so I was just literally just making it because I enjoyed it. And yeah, every time you'd make a good sounding thing, you'd be so satisfied as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It was like the best thing. Yeah.
There's no better feeling than like finishing a beat and then listening to it like the next morning or even just like straight after.
Yeah. But you don't want to over listen to it as well because then you hate it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's happened a few times.
Happens to me all the time. Yeah.
I know you're quick with making beats though, because when I sent you a couple loops for, I can't remember who it was for now. What like vibe we were going for? It was shit, what's his name? Chopper. Yeah, that was it. Like you came back like real quick with some beats then.
Yeah. So I wanted to get a pack sent out that day, so I was trying to make like 7 to 10 beats.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I was going fast on it, but I like to slow down sometimes. Really get the sound I want.
How long would you say you spend on a beat on average?
From it depends what kind of approach I want to take on it.
Yeah.
If I want to be different, it will take me like half an hour to 45 minutes, something like that. But if I want to just like make a simple trap beat that I've got to send a pack out, it'll be like 10 minutes.
Right.
If I've got a loop as well. If I'm making a beat from scratch, to be fair, it takes me like an hour. But because I have sound selection and stuff in melodies, I'm very like picky with.
An hour's not even that long, really, if you're making something from scratch.
Yeah. To be fair, that makes sense. Yeah. But then again, I don't make things from scratch that much because I always thought of it in a way of I send loops to other people.
Yeah.
And they send loops to me, and then we're getting 2 beats made in the same time as one, and it's more efficient.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I always saw it like that because if I'm making half the beat, and then someone else is making half the beat, and then we swap, and then we make another half of the beat, and then we've got 2 full beats, and I always saw it like that.
And then I suppose that's 2 people sending beats out for placements as well. Whereas if you just use your own loop and your own and your own drums, then that's down to you to find that placement then. Or I suppose your management team, but for most people it would be like down to them to just like network with people and send everything out. But then if you've got another person collaborating, then they're sending it to all their contacts as well. I guess it just like doubles your chances of getting that beat placed.
Exactly. Yeah. Collaboration is one of the most important things in producing, in my opinion.
So what networking tips could you give to people then? Because I feel like a lot of people struggle to even like communicate with people on Instagram, or they just don't know like what to say, or they'll just like you were saying earlier about just sending a random email when people don't even know who you are, or just spamming people, you know.
You don't want to spam people. You don't want to send an email that you've never to someone that you've never spoke to before. I understand, like, for example, when I sent loops to Cash Money AP, I never spoke to him first because there was no chance he would answer a DM at that time to me. I mean, he might have, but that's not the point. It's very helpful to talk to them and have a personal connection with the person that you're sending loops to, because when they go on their emails and they see a random producer, they'll scroll past it, even if you're like the best producer in the world. I do this. I scroll past it because I've never heard them before, never heard of them before. But it's not mean or anything like that, because you're working with the people you know make good stuff. So you're like, you know, going straight to the fire, then going through the trash. You know what I mean?
Definitely. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can go through your loop email and there'll be so many bad loops. But if you
see some names that you recognize, chances are you know their work. You know, like it's going to be a safe bet opening that email.
Yeah, exactly. Good connection to the person you're sending to is important, and you don't want to be messaging them every second or hour to say, have you used my loop yet? Have you used my loop yet? Or send it back. That gets annoying. You just want to be genuine and just be like, I've got loops. Can I send them to you? And then just like take the risk. Just send a DM like that. And if they answer, that's great. If they don't, go on to the next person. It's fine.
Right.
Like, there's so many producers that are doing good stuff right now that one of them's going to respond. But networking is really important, and everyone should take some time out of the day to do that, especially if they're just upcoming at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
I think people might have a fear of rejection. Like, they don't want to message people because they think they're going to like air them, like not respond. But of course, like not everyone's going to reply to you. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got their set people that they work with. Like, no one can. You shouldn't take anything personally like that.
No, not at all.
Do you think people should? Exactly. Do you think people should get straight to the point? Like, do you think the first message should be something like, "I've got loops. Is it okay if I send some over?" Or do you think people should make small talk first and be like, "How's it going? Like, how's your day been?" You know.
That's a funny one, because some people like when you say, "Hey, I've got loops. Where can I send them?"
Yeah.
I think everyone can agree sending just a single message saying "yo" won't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
The amount of DMs I've got that just say "yo" and then nothing else is insane, and I'll never respond to them.
Definitely.
But you want to kind of get to some point. Or you want to keep looking at their stories for opportunities, because they can always put on their stories, send loops to here for this person, because they need to send packs out. Or they'll say stuff like, add me on PlayStation. I need to play with someone because they've not got anyone to play with. And then you just like connect with them through video games and stuff.
Oh shit, that's something I haven't really thought about before. I don't really play PlayStation anymore, but for people that do, that could be a good way to link up with people, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. It is handy. The amount of people that say, like, put their PlayStation name on there and people like just add them and play with them and connect that way. It's crazy. Like,
I think who was saying that recently? I think it was Ant Chamberlain or something. He was saying he's got people placements before by playing them on like NBA or whatever they're playing on.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He's just like spoke to them on PlayStation or Xbox, and then after that they just collabed on beats, which is kind of crazy. Yeah,
and it's not even with just producers as well. Like Cashman AP was playing Call of Duty with Chris Brown, I think, the other day.
That's mad.
Something just by playing with his producer friends, and then he was invited, and so yeah, any way of networking with people, like just be different with it, I guess. This one guy messaged me asking to play Minecraft, so I spoke to him that way, and I send him loops, and he's a good producer.
Shit.
So, yeah,
I guess it's thinking outside the
networking.
box a little bit, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
like, if someone
definitely.
has a PlayStation name or username or whatever in the bio, or they put it up on a story, not everyone is going to think
Yeah.
straight away like, oh, I'm going to network with them and hopefully collab with them. They just want to play a game with them, you know? But
Yeah, exactly.
I guess
Yeah.
it's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's different. You got to find different ways of doing things. Just like when you're making beats, you want to be unique to find a gap in the market and stuff. It's the same with networking.
Yeah.
Same with everything.
Yeah, 100%. I guess sometimes it's hard to read people as well because everyone's got a different personality. Like some people might like a bit of small talk first because some people don't like when people ask them for something in the first message where it's like, bro, what's your email? Because it's like, I don't know you
Yeah.
and you're asking for something. But then
Yeah,
other people
yeah.
are like, I'm too busy for small talk. Just cut to the chase. Like, what do you want? So I guess it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to like read people. But for the most
Yeah.
part, I'd like to think that if you're approaching like a successful producer or someone that is obviously like doing this for a living and is clearly busy, for the most part, they probably don't want small talk. You can still be like nice in the message and say like, bro, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm a producer. I've got loops. Is it cool if I send some over? You know, you can still like be nice and ask how the day is and just do everything in one message instead of just you said, just saying yo, because that's just like, what, why are you just saying
what's
yo?
the
Like, what
point?
do you want? Yeah.
Yeah, and also finding people that like are at your level of like say followers or at the same stage as you in your production, and working with them and building with them is very important as well, because you can bring each other up, and you'll both have opportunities, and then it's twice the success story then.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like that person, like I've got a friend who I helped bring into Cash Gang because I saw potential in him, and I've been working with him since I started. So
sick.
I wanted to give that opportunity to him, and he took it.
Man, I bet he
he's doing
loves you
quite
for
well,
that.
actually. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's definitely a good point though, because a lot of people only want to work with people above them, or someone with more followers, someone with a bit of clout already, or someone with a lot of placements. But
Yeah,
you're more likely to collaborate with someone who's on a similar level. Like, because if you're a new producer, let's say you've only been producing 6 months and you're reaching out to like big producers or industry producers or whatever it is, then the chances of them actually even just opening your DM and speaking to you are quite slim. But if you message with someone on a similar level and like come up together, like, you just never know where that person's going to be and like what success is going to have in like a year's time,
exactly.
right? So
yeah,
I think that's big, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, I've turned down producers that have literally just made it massive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any names, but
Is this
crazy.
people that you've turned down in the past, like before they blew up?
Yeah, before they blew up. Yeah, it's actually because I thought I was bigger than them and what better, or because you don't want to think like that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, don't cancel anyone out, but unless they say yo and nothing else.
Gosh, yeah. But at the same time, though, like if someone's reaching out to you, like obviously you've gone platinum, you know, you're signed to Cash Money, like you're at a certain level where if someone's reaching out who might have just started producing, like, it's not being mean that you rejecting them, because you know,
no.
Like, because if you were looking after everyone and collaborating with everyone that messages you, like, you wouldn't get time to do anything else. You know what I mean? Like, you can't help everyone out. So, of course, like, you want to work with people that are on a similar level to you, because that's just how the game works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, do you actively go in studio sessions with these people that you're getting placements with, or is most of it done online through loops? Because obviously Cash Money is based in, I don't know whereabouts he's based in America.
He's in LA right now.
In LA, yeah.
Yeah.
So is most of it online then, or have you flown out to see them?
I've never been in a studio session ever.
Oh, really?
I might do some in London at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
But I've never been in made a full beat with another music producer, like in the same room. Everything's just like from online, to be honest. Yeah,
That's crazy.
online.
I guess there's there's some benefits to that, because some people just like the comfort of their own home. Like they don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Some people just don't like studio sessions. Like I personally like working from home. I do like studio sessions a bit, but if I had to choose between being in the studio every day or being at home every day, I'd rather be at home. And that's just me.
Same,
Like some people
to be honest.
love being out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to a session, but I'd probably prefer to be at home. Like if there was two routes to take, and you're both going to be successful. If you were gonna go studio sessions every day or stay at home every day, but still get placements, I'd probably pick staying at home.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are different. Like some people get in through being an engineer and stuff. And that's
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
Cool, so
It's
respect
personal
to
preference, I
everyone, really.
suppose.
Yeah, yeah. But it's probably harder to do it from home. But I guess you get more satisfaction. I don't know.
You don't have to leave. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Just wake up. Oh, got a placement. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, of course.
No, like planes or buses.
But you're not too far from London now, are you?
No, probably about 1 or 2 hours drive.
That's not too bad. So some opportunities might come up. Because you got that placement recently with Fredo and Central Cee, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That was weird.
That's a crazy one. Tell me about that. How did that come about?
So that was really weird because I'm not sure I can say why that, but basically he got in touch with Cash Money AP, and it was really funny because I was making drill beats at the time.
Yeah.
I started making drill beats at the time because of Central Cee. Like I wanted a song with him, didn't think I would get one, but I was like, I'm going to start making drill beats in case there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or I'll find the email somehow.
Right.
Something like that. And then, so I had like these, 5 drill beats. And then Cash Money AP put in the group chat, we need a pack for this guy, Central Cee. And I was like, oh yeah. Because I'm the only one from the UK in Cash Gang.
So you were straight on that.
So I was like, yeah, definitely. I've got it right now. Because he was texting them to his phone directly.
Right.
So then I sent him the beats. And then he you know how you can like a message on iMessage?
Yeah.
With the heart and stuff. Yeah, he did that to 2 of the beats, and one of them was mine. And I was well hype. I was like, yep, I've definitely got it. I didn't definitely have it, but
you felt confident.
basically he said that, yeah. Basically he said that he was going to the studio with them too. And then he went to the studio the next week, played the beats for Fredo. And then they picked mine gladly. And then
That's sick.
they sent the song back to Cash, and then he sent it to me. And I was like, this is insane. My little brother went crazy. It was quite funny.
Bet.
Yeah.
Did you know? So did you hear Fredo on that track at that point, or was it just Central Cee at that point?
Yeah, I did. The whole song was done. I had the whole song in my notes. And then I didn't tell anyone about it either. I was like online, except from who knew in the group chat and stuff. But I kept it to myself. I was like,
I bet that's hard to keep in, isn't it? When you've got something big to announce and you can't say anything until it's actually out.
Yeah, I've got some stuff on the way, but I'm not. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then it dropped, and then I got so much love from it as well. And it was the first UK song, UK rap song that I've produced.
Oh, first UK placement?
Yeah. So I was like, oh no, actually,
Oh,
do
that's
you know who Baby Main is? I think that's his name. Baby Main.
Let me search him. I'm terrible with names sometimes, but sometimes
If I'm
Google
lying
places
now.
Baby me. Oh
Yeah.
right, okay, yeah. I know what you mean.
I had one with
Oh,
him
so you had a
off a
placement
YouTube
with him
beat.
first.
Yeah, off a YouTube beat, but I didn't find out about that till like a couple months ago. But it was released like a couple years ago. Oh no, a year ago or something. So that was weird.
Oh, sick. Was that just? I'm guessing
But
that was a
that
collab
was
on
cool.
someone else's YouTube channel then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so I sent them the loop,
So,
and then
oh yeah. So talk to me about like, because I get this question all the time from producers, and they say, "How do I get placements?" I know it's such like a vague question because there's so many different ways. But when people ask you that, what do you personally tell them?
don't put too much pressure on yourself to do it. That's important because you want to be doing it for the right reasons, and then you'll make better stuff if you've got less
Definitely.
pressure. Just network as much as you can. That's very important. Make loops.
Right.
Loops is the easiest way to get placements, in my opinion. I haven't got many drum placements except from that NLE Chopper one. Got a couple others, but I don't know what they are. I forgot. But yeah. Just put yourself in as many places as you can. Like, I still upload to YouTube, even though my channel's not that big and it's not getting many views. I've been uploading to it for like 1 or 2 years, and I've not stopped, and I've stayed consistent with it. So I do that, and then I send out loops every week, and I also make like beats every day. So then whenever any opportunity comes up, you're just prepared to like, right, I've got like 50 loops for this guy who needs loops for this artist.
Right.
And then you hit up as many people as you can, DMs, save all of their emails, and then I send out my loops every week. I haven't done recently, but I'm going to get back into it because I was moving house. So I send out loops every single week. You don't want to do it every single day or anything like that because people get so annoyed with you. But if you've messaged them first you keep checking back with them to see like how they are or like what they're doing or like just showing love on their page and stuff, like liking and commenting on all their stuff, they're gonna keep noticing you pop up on their like Instagram, for example, or Twitter, and then they'll just like see you in their feed, in their emails, and then they'll choose you. And then if your loops are good, then they'll pick your loops. But definitely focus on quality of your loops as well, rather than quantity. You don't want 10 bad loops. You want 5 good loops over 10 bad loops. But yeah, just send out stuff. And
man, it seems like loops is just like the key. I've heard so many different producers say that loops are just like golden for getting placements, because just like we were saying earlier, it just doubles your chances, doesn't it? There's 2 people working on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like you just got to put yourself in as many places as possible. Like, But yeah, that's the easiest way to put it. Just work. Like, I get so many people I've worked with in the past have quit producing. So much so that I've realized that the only way you can't make it as a music producer is if you quit. If you give up. That's the only way you can't make it, really. But
same with anything in life, isn't it? Like, I know it always sounds cheesy when people say it, but it's like the more effort you put in, the more you get back out, and it really is as simple as that. Like, there's no secret formulas to anything. It's like just go for it. Just like put everything into it. Put all the time that you have into it. Like, it just once you do that in like anything in life, like if you put in enough time into something, like how can you take steps backwards in a way?
Exactly.
Like maybe sometimes you take like a few steps back, but you're obviously going to keep improving. Like your network skills are going to improve if you're messaging more people. Like, I don't know. It's just tricky to explain, isn't it? But it's like the same thing for anything in life, man. I feel like people just want shortcuts. People are just looking for a quick way to be like, oh, if I do this, it's a guaranteed placement, but I don't want to work for it. Like people just want like quick shortcuts, like quick paths to success, but it just doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, they just want money. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I just want to pay. I want to get paid. I want to quit my job, but you don't want to think about it like that. You want to do something that you're passionate about. And if you've got enough passion for it, then you'll work your ass off for it. And
100%.
Yeah, and if you do that hard enough, then you'll definitely make it. But yeah, you've just got to stick to it,
man. Well, yeah, I think that's the perfect time to. Oh, I've got my dog shouting at me as well. I was going to say it's a perfect time to end the podcast, but my dog is saying the same thing. But yeah, once again, I just wanted to say thanks for taking the time out of your day to drop gems for everyone. So
that's fine. Just
let everyone know where they can find you on socials as well.
So it's LayZ Beats on Instagram, which is LayZ Beats, all one word. Same on YouTube, same on Twitter, same on Twitch, but with an underscore. I'm going to stream soon.
Oh, you're going to start streaming? So
yeah, definitely. But
nice,
yeah,
and yeah, everyone message him just saying yo, and he's guaranteed to respond.
I'll be so annoyed.
You'll have like 1,000 messages now. All right, man. Well, yo, I'll leave you to it. I know you've probably got a few things to do right now. So, yeah, man, I appreciate your time, man. We'll definitely keep in touch.
My pleasure. Yeah,
Peace.
sure.